Alright, round 6, traps. I fucking hate this stage, and you're gonna see why pretty soon. So you think the game's been pretty fun up until now, right? So how about next to no room to move, right to start off the stage. So this is about the only spot in the game where I use the jumping ninjutsu, and the reason for that is because it makes this part actually doable. Uh, so this is the part where they kind of pull out the Mega Man 6. Let's put as much shit on the screen as possible, and let's have tons of leap of faith jumps, and we're going to be scrolling the stage while you're trying to jump, and you can't see the top half of the screen, so good luck seeing those enemies if you try to jump there. You're probably going to get knocked off, and you're probably going to die. Yeah, stage 6. Fun times. So the goal in the first part is pretty simple. Other than the jumping part, you're trying not to die as you go up this long cliff. It's going to turn to daytime by the time we get to the top. It feels about that long, to be honest. All you're trying to do here really is avoid the ninjas. This isn't even the hard part of the stage. That comes after. Not really too much to comment on here. The platforms start to get a lot shorter as you get to the top. Eventually the ninjas stop appearing, thankfully, but because of the scarcity of the platforms, it's no less difficult, really. Nice block there. Totally meant to do that. Use little invincibility frames there. You're going to see that double jump a lot in this stage. It occurs to me you're actually going down a cliff while trying to stay on these rocks and not die. It's very ninja-like, I suppose. How much longer do we have to go here? That was 2 minutes, but that felt like an eternity. So your mid-boss here is this feather guy. Not too difficult. You can stay close to the edge of the screen so you don't get knocked off. You're just pumping shurikens, getting your odd sword hit in where you can. Every so often he turns into a circle of feathers. You just gotta hit it once, and that goes to the next stage of the fight. Like that. Again, all the mid-bosses in this game are pretty simple and straightforward. You can see he's already red. Should be one more phase here. Almost dead. That's it. Alright, so remember how I said that was the easy part of the stage? This is the hard part. So you're going into the temple, you think you're going after Zed finally, you've got all these doors, you've got ninjas just flying at you, you've got spikes everywhere, there's nowhere to move, you're going to get hit a lot, you're going to get bounced around a lot. That's not even the annoying part. Pardon the interruption, we're back now finally, and let's resume. So the annoying part, you've got to go up this huge tall part, and you're falling down all the time, and if you destroy those boxes, you have to start all over. Like that. There's no way to get up there now. So, you gotta start all over from way back here and go through this whole hallway, taking all these hits with all these guys rushing at you. And yeah, it sounds fun, right? So, let's do it again. Easy does it. Oh! Oh! This is the wrong door. I always forget this. So, because I'm so low on life, I'm just gonna take my save state. Right. I guess I decided not to. Man, there's just so little room to move in this hallway. This reminds me of Mega Man. Except you can actually survive a spike hit. God almighty, the ceilings are covered with spikes too, and it's just a nightmare. Terrible, isn't it? This is where I take my save state. Enough of that. So, let's do the ninja room again. Fortunately, they don't have anything to throw at you. Otherwise, it would be even more annoying to deal with them. Those flying guys have the most perfectly placed shurikens. So, double jump. Ah! The idea is you're supposed to get them with your shurikens, but it's really not worth it. You also don't want to use the jump ninjutsu, because otherwise you won't have the Mijin for the boss, so you can blow yourself up if you take too much damage and reset your health. Also, you do a really weird sort of roll when you land. Sometimes it actually causes you to go right through the box, so you have to start all over again, or you can just fall down and have to start all over again as well. I'd say this is one of the most brutal parts of the game. It's about as fun as it looks. Oh. Ah! Also, if you get hit, you sort of have to try to guide yourself back on. Oh, finally through it. This is another fun part here. So you have to do these wall hops, and there's spikes at the top, and you're taking hits. It might pay just to walk on top of them, in all honesty. Plus, if you fall down, you have to do that part all over, but it's nice too and gives you this health power-up, and that'll come back each time you go into the room, which the first time you play this stage is probably going to be a lot. These guys are back from stage 4 with the flamethrowers that take off 3 of your health. These guys are just coming out of nowhere, bumping into you, throwing shurikens at you. So these platforms fall, so you gotta be careful when you jump, and that'll happen to you. So let's do it again. Lots of health. This also takes you back here, so I'm just gonna take my save state, not mess with that. You've seen these rooms already. You know what it's all about. Careful hops, little jump at the end, and we're almost through. That's the worst part. Get the Mijin out. Kill 50 more ninjas. They just sort of run to their death at you. No biggie. If you get hit by those pillars, that's a one-hit kill. So you gotta be careful here. Funny, spikes aren't a one-hit kill like Mega Man, but these pillars, that's instant death. wouldn't lie to you, would it? Big door must mean boss fight, right? So, this is the boss of the 6th stage, also the last boss of the 2nd game. Nowhere near as hard as that, because you don't have a time limit to get the good ending. So you can see the boss's gimmicks. It comes out of these holes in the wall, throws some projectiles at you. There's a clone of it. The one that you try to hit is always the wrong one. Those are the rules. Plus it's silhouetted and it's hard to see, so you don't really know what's going on. Fortunately, this phase doesn't last too long. Ideally, you want to get those positions where you have two on the same level, so the shuriken just goes right through one, hits the other one like that. Alright, so phase 2, cherry blossoms, kabuki dancing. This is actually a lot easier because you don't have the nonsense with the opening doors and the clones. Just gotta dodge a few fans, they don't hit that hard. Pop your shurikens. Get your sword hits in. Almost dead. That's it. After all that, and the boss just takes a few hits and it's over. Alright. Finishing up next time on round 7. See you then.